delicious.
After a very, very successful preseason from the Denver Broncos, we are officially ready to begin the regular season of the NFL 2021 to 2022 season. How are you feeling, Nully, leading into week 1?
It's pretty good.
What is your main focus? What are you going to be paying attention to when it comes to the team?
Offense.
I mean, okay. We have some upgrades to do, and we'll talk about it. During the preseason, I would like to say, I think we saw some tremendous players. Obviously, we know the good ones. Noah Fant, Cortland Sutton, Teddy Bridgewater. I mean, Melvin Gordon. Defensively, Von Miller, Justin Simmons, Kyle Fuller. Right, we saw all of them, but we saw some great new players. Javonte Williams looks like he's going to be an absolute unit to the Denver Broncos. And a breakout player that I'm particularly very impressed by, who might be my favorite breakout right now. The breakout tight end, it was some crazy, like, Aquadum or something. Arnold or something was his first name. He was insane. He was huge. In the first preseason game, over 100 yards passing. Huge. Absolutely huge. And we have a lot of players to upgrade here, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Obviously, with the start of week 1 means we have to do a set season goal. Now, Noli, this is where we need to dual coach this thing, man.
Super Bowl.
What do we...
Win the Super Bowl. Nah, I'm thinking 4 or 7.
7 wins. That's
Yep.
basically what I was thinking. I mean, let's actually, right here's a good look at the schedule. So week 1, we're facing the Giants. Then we face Jags, Jets. I think those are 3 easy wins. I think we might start off 3-0. Now, the problem is, after that, it's a bit challenging. You have the Ravens, Steelers, Raiders, Browns, Washington, Cowboys, Eagles. That's quite easy. Chargers are debatable. I think 7 wins should be easy, and I think it's a good goal. We're gonna go for it. Opening day, key to victory. Let's see what the media has to say. It's opening day this week, and a fresh start for every team around the league, and you'll be facing the Giants. What's the key to victory? Noli, what do you think here? Dominating offense or stifling defense? What do you think?
Defense for sure.
I agree. Especially this year. It all starts with defense. We plan on making their offense uncomfortable and keeping them off the scoreboard as much as possible. I mean, that's... Okay. We want to control the skies. Great pass defense leads to a lot of great things and makes it much harder for them to score and win the game. I mean, I completely agree here. I mean, if we can hold them to not scoring points, that's really the key here. As long as we put up a decent score, the defense just has to do their job. And that's really what it comes down to. Managed staff, we can go ahead and do something here. Let's go ahead and let's go with our offensive coordinator here. And let's do boost run block finesse for offensive linemen by 1. Yes, let's do that. And let's do it one more time. And there we go. Maxed out. All right. Are you ready to start the game, Noli?
Yes.
All right. Let's do it. Should we check free agency?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's just keep a close eye. Golden Tate, Mark Ingram, no one really great. Alshon Jeffrey's not bad, but I think we're good where we're at. I definitely think we're good where we're at. Do we need to work on any trades at all? Trades. I mean, because here's the thing. We need drafts. We need draft picks. And here's my thought. I'm not sure how it's going to work. I'm not sure if anyone will be interested. Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, we might have something going on here. So, Nolan, in case you don't know how trades work, do you see the little color at the top left of Drew Lock's picture? It's green. Now it's yellow. That determines the interest levels that teams have towards him. So, like, for instance, Seahawks have high interest towards Drew Lock. So, we might actually be able to make something happen. Texans. Interesting. Very interesting. Titans. Bills. Browns. Bucks. Cardinals. Chargers. Kansas. I mean, who should we even trade with here, Nolly? I mean, Colts? That might not be too bad. I could see us going with Colts. I mean, what are your thoughts here? I mean,
Trading is a definite. In terms of what teams to trade with, I'm not familiar with.
my question is, what is fair for Drew Lock? I mean,
In my opinion, mid-second round.
mid-second round. That's kind of what I was thinking, but obviously it's not enough for the Colts. It's close, and to be honest, here's what we're gonna do. I think we should bundle. I think we make a bundle here. Remember that one guy who I was like, I'm not so sure about, Kareem Jackson. I don't see him in the long run. 33 years old. I just don't see it. Can't we trade both of these for a round 2 pick? Let's give it a try. Done deal! I mean, look, sure, we just lost the high overall and our backup quarterback. But that's a round 2, guys. Round 2. Huge. That's one more potentially star player. I mean, what are your thoughts on what just happened? I mean, because we are technically co-coaching this thing. Are you happy with the trade?
In my opinion, I think we could have sucked out a little bit more of the round pick, maybe 45 instead of the 55, but I think it worked out really well.
Sure. All right, let's go ahead and hop into the first game of the season. Are you ready, Noli? Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
You got your commentating voice on?
Hello and welcome to the NFL. It is the first game of the season here. Broncos versus Giants. There you go. Commentary.
Awesome. Let's do Color Rush. Oh, interesting. Let's do it. All right. Let's get it going. Welcome to the Week 1 game, Denver Broncos versus the New York Giants. This is going to be a good one. Gano kicks it off, and it's going to be touchback. So, during the preseason, we've seen the Broncos have had an incredible offense. They've had a great defense. And now it's time to put it all to use. I mean, they got all their starters, which means Noah Fant's in here. Melvin Gordon, Cortland Sutton, Hamler. I see great game headed our way. Let's see what happens on the first. And it's Noah Fant up the middle with room to run. I mean, what can we say about Noah Fant? Noli, just go. I know you love Noah Fant.
Noah Fant is this just god of a player. He has nothing but too much potential. There's more potential for him in the future. I think we could see a Hall of Fame player in the making.
Oh, that was an interesting play there. I'm not quite sure how I feel about that. But yeah, I mean, future Hall of Famer, no offense, absolutely. I mean, look, it's not solidified. At the moment, chances are low, but if he keeps playing the way he's been playing, again, huge. I mean, he is pushing this drive so far. All right, 1st and 10. And up the middle, I think that was Cortland Sutton. Didn't get it the first down, but it is 2nd and 1 here. So far, the passing has been great. Let's see how the run can do. Melvin Gordon on the side. They're going to be going right and right into somebody. That is not what you want to see.
Yeah.
All right. So obviously the run, not great. Let's see what we can do.
Not great at all, but we're 3 and 4, 2 plays left to go. They need the first down on this pass.
Hamler, and he couldn't keep it in. That was a huge fail on the offensive side, especially the receiver. That should have been an easy catch. Wasn't able to make the play. We do settle for 3 points though, which means we do have the lead early in the game. Not really early in the first. I mean, yeah, it's kind of early in the first. What would you like to see on the second drive, Millie?
Can't complain about enough execution, but I think we should see a little more running and keep the passing to about a good even with the running and passing.
Oh,
a big drive.
A lot of misses. All right. Defense is time to shine. Walk us through this defense.
Now, unfortunately, our defense has some weak spots, but it's good where it needs to be. We have people like
Von Miller.
Von Miller, yeah.
Kyle Fuller.
Kyle Fuller, exactly. And just like that, there's a nice tackle, but there is a gain on the field. It's currently 3 and 4. Sitting at the 28-yard line there is still potential in the next drive.
Oh, what a play. Completion on the right side for a first down. New York Giants. 3 minutes in the first quarter. I mean, you can't be disappointed with how the game's gone so far. I know it's still early, but, I mean, Denver's first drive, they score points. You can't be disappointed in that at all. Defense is doing decent. I'm not going to say they're doing great. They need to hold them here. But I would like to see some big plays start to happen here. And that is not what you want to see. A big missed tackle from Von Miller. And
Right,
it is
there's another first down.
Yup.
Over 20 yards gained in the past 2 plays.
Oh, Saquon Barkley stuffed. I mean, that was a good tackle. Jaguars beat the Texans in week 1. Because now we actually have to really pay attention to the winners and losers around the league. Because this is the regular season, Noli. The regular season. Can you believe it?
The regular season is here.
And a huge sack!
And a big sack.
They needed that. They needed that. Huge. Because now it's 3rd and 19. Obviously, it needs to be a pass play. It needs to be pass play. I would be very shocked if it wasn't. Looks like it is. I knew they were going for him. And a huge stop. Oh, that was huge. Absolutely. I mean, defense came in clutch. And now, Giants have no choice, really, but to punt. Denver gets it back. What do you expect to see on this drive?
I expect to see a really good run. unfortunately, they are starting back at the 12, so a big pass play here at the beginning and a lot of rushing is going to be key.
Absolutely. All right, let's see what they can do here. And it looks like Teddy's going to run it. And he slides short of the first down. Which, you know what? I like that play that just happened. It wasn't the big blast pass that you were hoping for, but I think in terms, and the big run you were asking for, Melvin Gordon with a huge gain of yards on second down. It is now 1st and 10, Denver Broncos. What was that? I mean, that was huge.
And I mean, right then and there is a big rush play, exactly, getting even more yardage, over almost 30 yards, coming up on 30 yards already in 2 plays. Yet again, another great run. And here's a little bit of a stop, setback of about 1 yard. A gain?
It was a gain. That is a little confusing.
Confirm.
I thought it was a loss. Let's see what they can do. It looks like they're running it again. Finds a pocket. Is that a first down? Is that a first down?
That'll be a gain of 8. Unfortunately, it is.
Unfortunately.
It is a good first down. Yet again, sitting at the 45-yard line, a big play can happen.
Huge.
Teddy to throw.
Oh, that could have ended badly.
The wide receiver.
That could have ended very badly. So, they got the run game going, and we've already seen the passing has been pretty decent. Like you said, we haven't seen the big pass play that we've been looking for. And just like that, huge mess up on the Denver Broncos. Is it going to be a pick 6? It's not. Teddy Bridgewater with the tackle. You hate to see that. You hate to see that.
And you really do. Now they have set themselves up at the 12, where the Broncos started last drive.
This is troubling for Broncos fans. This is not what you want to see. Oh, it was so close to sack. He just missed the tackle. That would have been huge. But as a Broncos fan, you got to be very disappointed with the play that just happened, especially after the big runs that Melvin Gordon had. Quarterback couldn't capitalize, but defense does with the sack. A loss of 10. Do you think they're going to get the stop? I mean,
Well, if we take a look at the preseason, early preseason, this happened a lot with the Broncos being able to get the opposing team back in the field on late games, and there's a big catch play. And they're still sitting 4th and 12. Will they give the ball up? Looks like they're going to go for the field goal.
Yep. I mean, smart play here by the Giants. Don't risk it when you could easily tie the game. I mean, a miss would be terrible, but they didn't. The kick is good. It's now tied in the second quarter. Plenty of time to go for more points scored. 3 minutes, 38 seconds. With the kickoff, it is now Denver's ball, and it's going to be short of the end zone, which means we're going to see a run here. Can it be huge? Can it be? And a pretty decent return here. Going to end up at the 28. We need to see the pass game explode. We need to. We saw the run game improve greatly last drive, but we need the pass game to be even better. And a good pass there, Cortland Sutton. Huge. I mean, that was great. If they could just do that every time, money. Absolute money.
I think we can expect this drive to be a major drive in this game and potential touchdown.
Oh, good run, first down.
And a big gain of about 9, and that puts him at a first down.
Wow. I mean, that is 2 plays, 2 first downs. You can't be upset at that. That is massive. Now, Noli, seeming that we are trying to coach this team, I think second half we bring in Javonte Williams as our running back 1. What's your thought on that?
I can sit there here and agree with that all day. He is a great backup running back, and in fact, I think we should let him start.
Absolutely. I mean, depending on where he is after this game, it could be an option. And I'd like to point out that last play was very dangerous. It could have easily been an interception. Luckily, he made a catch. But definitely a little scary. And a terrible run. Absolutely terrible. 2nd and 11. Let's see what we can do here. We haven't seen much from Noah Fant since the first quarter. Can he do something here? Oh! Ooh! Just tipped off the hands of a Giant. I mean, I don't know what to do. I mean, the passing has been good. The running has been great. But where are the huge plays that we need? You know, Denver's still looking for them. They haven't quite found their rhythm. They found consistency. They haven't found plays. And that's the problem. There was a good play.
And right there is an amazing play. And it was ruled.
Wait.
No good. 2-minute warning.
How? Wait a minute. I could have swore. Did he drop it? He did. He did. Oh, how do you do that? Oh, that would have been so huge. I mean, Nully, I think we settle for the field goal.
Yeah, that's all you can do in a situation like this. It is too risky on 4th and 11.
Absolutely. Uh-oh. And the kick is no good.
And the kick is no good. That right there can kill a game.
We are seeing a failing offense right now on Denver. Luckily, Denver has been able to hold them to only 3 points. And by them, I mean the Giants. Denver's also held themselves to 3 points, unfortunately, on offense. And what's the problem, Nully? I mean, from what you've seen, what do you think seems to be the problem going on with their offense today?
I think that was a little bit of miscommunication and execution, but I think the Giants they were just able to get a good defense going during that drive.
That might have been a huge sack. Sacks, I mean, from what we've seen in preseason and today, Broncos might be the leading team in sacks. I mean, they are extremely good. And the funny thing is, when it comes to defensive tackle, that's one of their weak points. Can you imagine if it was a good defensive tackle? I mean, the sacks would be nonstop. Luckily, defense comes in clutch again, and it is now Denver's ball. Unfortunately, though, we are at halftime. We could maybe see a punt return, and no, it's going to be a stop. Understandable, considering it's not very often you see that. But, you know, halftime, set offensive focus. Here's what needs to happen. We need to focus on throwing it deep. We need to work on the big plays. We need to work on the big passes. Defensively, we're doing a good job. I think short pass is what we need to defend more on. And with that, I think we're set up pretty good here. Unfortunately, we missed the field goal, which is a big downside to the game. Second half, 0 touchdowns to be scored yet. I mean, that's not what you'd like to see, but it is what it is. And here,
now, with starting this drive, it is going to be a very rough with our defense. As long as this offense chokes, I think we can see a really good break in our defense. And it is going to fall and crumble, and a missed tackle, and he's still brought down at the 18-yard line with a loss of 1 yard.
What do you think of the Giants? We haven't really talked about them much. I mean, I like the potential. Unfortunately, I have to admit, I'm not a fan of Daniel Jones as quarterback. He's been a rookie. They saw potential in year 1. But after 3 years, maybe even 4, I haven't seen much, big improvements when it comes to Daniel Jones. And now you have to start asking the question, when it comes to the future of the Giants, do you see Daniel Jones long run? And to me, I think no. But in terms of receivers, you got Sterling Shepard, Evan Ingram. Running back, you obviously have Saquon Barkley, really good running back. And defensively, they're not bad, but they're not great. So Giants, are definitely one of the worst teams in the league. But I see potential for them in the future as long as they fix the quarterback spot and get some more high offensive power. Almost an interception there, unfortunately dropped by the Bronco. What are your thoughts on Giants?
The Giants are just an absolute pile of potential, but only if they fix their weak spots. And I mean, that's almost every team in the NFL. They all have weak spots, but Giants are just a low team. I personally think they could have potential. A new quarterback would definitely bring that back.
Giants just got a first down to a pass up the middle. Defense is kind of having a struggle stopping them here. They've gotten 3 first downs on this drive. Hopefully they can stop them on this one. And it looks like it's going to be a huge sack. A loss of 11. Oh, my. If you're a Giants fan, you got to be yelling at the TV screen now. What are you doing? You cannot afford to keep on getting sacked like that.
12 times already in terms of preseason and week 1, and it is just these bringbacks during these plays are absolutely horrifying.
It really is.
It's really screwing a team over, and we have seen people come back from 4th and 22s. In fact, we saw in preseason a big comeback from 4th and 21. Yet again, there is a flag on the field, and he's brought down right at the 30.
Flag on the play. Roughing the passer. What happened? What did he do? Let's take a look here, just so we know, so we can try to fix our mistakes next time, guys. Let's see. So, was it me? That's my question. Oh, he busted him down. Oh. What? Okay, I assume it was me. Oh, was it his foot?
Maybe.
I don't know. That's all right. Unfortunately, big mistake there. Sets them up 1st and 10. You don't like that. Luckily, we haven't seen
really
too
don't.
many flags this game. And so many missed tackles, though. That was a huge play by the Giants. Giants seem to be finding their rhythm here in the second half. Kyle Rudolph has joined the Giants. I'm a huge fan of Kyle Rudolph. He used to be one of the top tight ends. Has kind of died down here in recent years. Hopefully the Giants can bring him back to life. Another flag on the play. Holding on offense, Matt Skura, the center. We're going to accept that. 1st and 18, Giants. And they are in field goal range. So what do you think is the goal here now, Nilly? What advice would you give the Broncos?
The Broncos need in fact, a miracle right here. After that flag, I think that really set them up for a potential 4th down. With the Giants with a potential field goal, if he is brought, there's a good catch on the field, bringing them about 7 yards in the play, about third.
Let's see what happened here. A hold to a field goal would be nice. If a touchdown is made, the Denver's offense needs to turn it up. And wide open is Saquon Barkley. Now you're asking, Denver, what were you doing? How do you let him open like that? Even the bench is kind of confused. Look how wide open he is. There is no one. No one. Big major upset, big major mistake made from the New York Giants. How are you feeling now about the game?
That was a major screw up. That you cannot recover something like that currently. With 1 quarter to go, we need a touchdown to win. We need a touchdown to tie the game.
Exactly. And my thought is, especially with Saquon Barkley, debatably the best player on the Giants. That's not even debatable. He is the best player in the Giants. You cannot leave a player like that in the middle of the open like that. I mean, with a player that has so much explosion to him, cannot let that happen. All right. Broncos get the ball back. 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Down by 7. What's going to happen? Oh, my gosh. That could have been bad. That could have been very bad. Broncos need to find their footing here in the late third quarter. Because if they don't, there may be some problems. And
that will be an illegal.
Yep, I think
vertical,
so.
I do believe.
I think so. Yup. That was a mistake made by the quarterback. And now you got to be asking, what are they going to do? If they don't make this, it's not looking great.
There is a play, a passing play, in fact, that can save them. Unfortunately, it's just not right to play. A big
Noah
play coming,
Fant with the big
Noah
third
Fant with
down.
the big catch. Could not get stopped. He was failed to be stopped, but rammed out of the sideline. Noah Fant, like I said, I talked about him way too often right here, but he is a good player. Another great catch.
Hamler. Nope, Patrick. Tim Patrick with a good catch. And that is the end of the third quarter. They had a rough start to this drive, but it looks like things are starting to speed up here. Got to be asking, how are they going to maintain the pass plays, and what are they going to do with the run game? Because they are down, and if they do the running, obviously it's going to waste more time, but it could also be effective at the same time. What do you think about that?
I think running needs to be early in these drives, and like I said earlier, passing does need to occur. It's just knowing when to pass. Fortunately, we have the yardage here and still plenty of time on the clock to get a touchdown.
Terrible throw by Teddy Bridgewater. His player was wide open but couldn't make the pass. That was a huge fail on Denver's offense. Huge play, Melvin Ingram. Nope, wrong person. Melvin Gordon. You know, that was a nice play. I liked it. It wasn't a huge one, but he got the job done. Now they are in the red zone. They cannot afford any turnovers nor mess-ups. It has to be clean from now on. And just like that, it was a little bit skeptical. The play decision was not ideal, but at the same time, I liked the option. It's just the execution wasn't there. I know Noli is all about the execution. What do you think they would have done? What should we have done in that position? Again, execution just was not there.
I would have gone for a running. I think the team should have gone for a running play. It is risky in these late drives, but I think a running play could really help. But a nice, short, quick pass will work just as good.
Oh! And there is a
what
great
we're
play.
looking for.
Tim Patrick with another
Patrick,
very
so far,
important play.
This game has been fairly well.
Absolutely. And this is huge. First and goal. Denver needs this, or I would maybe start counting them out. And the throw, and it couldn't hold on. I like the option. I mean, let's go ahead and take a little closer look at this. I mean, look, in terms of pressure, Teddy Bridgewater was fine. He was fine. No pressure whatsoever. Here's Cortland Sutton. Here he is, running his route, doing a slant. He comes across. Here's Teddy. You would think he'd throw it. And check it out. It looks great. Unfortunately, what a great defensive play. And I'm thinking about this now. That kick that was missed earlier in the game, in the second quarter, might have lost them the game at this point. But if the defense can make a stop, this is the biggest defensive drive of the game. If the defense can make a quick stop that gives Denver plenty of time to score a touchdown when absolutely needed, but that requires the whole team to make perfect execution. I mean, what? This is crazy.
Now there are still 6 timeouts on the board, and those are going to be useful in the later in about a minute of game.
I agree. Let's see if defense can stop him. 2nd and 8. They put a good stop to Barkley in that last play. And they need this. And it was dropped. Thankfully, because that would have been a pretty good play, actually, especially since they were so close to sacking. And I'm seeing this now. Giants' offensive line needs help. It really does. I mean, how? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh. Wait a minute. We need to watch this. This might have been probably one of the best plays of the year if this is actually what happened. Are you kidding me? Are you?
No, he's...
Galladay. Kenny Galladay. Traded from
That
the
just
Lions
wasn't the
to
game.
the Giants. May have just made the winning play and probably a highlight for the whole season. What do
There
you do
are
after
still
a play like
timeouts
that?
on the board. It's being able to retrieve the ball and getting it back downfield for a touchdown. There is no time for 2 field goals here.
If they get a first down here, I think it's over. I mean, nothing's over till it's over, but it's definitely not looking good. They need a big loss of yards here. That is absolutely what needs to happen. Let's see what defense can do on 2nd and 8. And they
Delay a game.
delay of game. So they did delay of game. And I know why. They were wasting time because we didn't do a timeout, which was actually a big problem in our coaching. We should have probably done that timeout. But in a huge run, thankfully stopped before more damage was done. But this is a huge 3rd down. They need to stop him here. I just realized the clock is going. We need to remember this. This is ruining our game. I think. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. I mean, this is. They need to stop him. And a missed pass stops the clock. They're going to go for a field goal, which is going to make it a 7-point game, which means Denver has to get a touchdown in 34 seconds, which is actually, they missed the field goal. A touchdown wins the game, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my Lord. Which means we get ball position where they kicked the field goal. What do you do here, Noli? I mean,
I think it is time to bring out our tight end strength with the tight end attack.
I think you're right. I think you're right here. It has to be deep.
There is always the opportunity of a penalty from that tight end.
And he's patching it. Cortland Sutton doesn't able to make the catch.
There is no flag there.
Unfortunately. We'll see what happens. Little dangerous. I don't know, man.
20 seconds on the clock. I don't think the play is going to work. They have a good safety route where...
We'll see what happens. And, ladies and gentlemen, that is the game.
Wow. A big letdown here from Denver on multiple drives, not being able to stop the ball.
I mean, what can you say? I mean, look, I'm not sure Denver has any excuses here. They were just not on it today. Offense was not there. Defense did really good, keeping them only at 10 points. But let's look, and let's see the problem. And automatically, you should see the problem. 38% completion rate from Teddy Bridgewater.
Wow, that's...
No touchdowns. There were no touchdowns on Denver's side this whole game. Only 144 yards, which isn't terrible. But when you're not making touchdowns and when you're barely getting that many passes, it's not great. Rushing was not very crucial. It was not crucial. And honestly, I feel like if we would have ran more, maybe we would have had a better outcome. Melvin Gordon, only 42 yards on 8 attempts. Not great. 5.2 per rush. I mean, that's not terrible, but we need more. Receiving, Noah Fant, top receiver for Denver. Kind of what you would expect coming from probably the best offensive player on the team. 61 yards for 3 catches. Probably should have saw more pass attempts, but good for what happened. And defensively, we did great. I mean, look at all these solo tackles that Denver got. I mean, Alexander Johnson being the actual breakout here with 5 tackles. Kyle Fuller with 4. Shelby Harris, 2. Surtain, 2. I mean, I liked what I saw on defense, but offense was atrocious and needs to be fixed before next week. What do you think?
Personally, offense did not have a good game whatsoever. We had completion rate was not good at all. We had a ton of miscatches, and the defense from the Giants really kept the penalties away.
Yeah. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, Denver has received their first loss of the season, which should have been a victory. I mean, you can't say it. I mean, let's go ahead and see what Von Miller has to say. We know we have to step it up. Everyone is disappointed in the fact that you guys gave us a vote of confidence and we let you down. I mean, I can't blame him. It's definitely a big upset. When you have a much better team, I mean, Giants are 77, Denver's 81. You would think it'd be an easy win, but unfortunately the offense was not in the same level today. And that was the downside. What do you think, Noli?
I think there just needs to be a lot of moving around, extra time at practice. Unfortunately, a big, major letdown.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and simulate to next week. That's going to be the end of this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, definitely leave a like, leave a comment section down below provided, and please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.